Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for sure. And it's album review time as metal, punk, electronic and art rock weaves its way through grandiose narratives and cinematic storytelling with a mind-blowing visual delivery. It is, of course, Calva Louise and their universe. The brand new album, Edge of the Abyss, will be released on July 11th, 2025 via Mascot Records. An album that tells a story about characters travelling between different dimensions, worlds with people who mysteriously resemble doubles of each one of us. Like shadows that seem to stalk us but who in reality seek to communicate with us. Who are these beings? What do they want from us? And how can we reach them? Calva Louise are a band that always puts a smile on my face. This new record from the alternative metal, rock, whatever you want to call them, band comes highly anticipated. Even if a lot of the tracks in the album have been out there for some time. You might think, having heard the likes of Tunnel Vision, WTF, Aimless, Under the Skin and Le Corrente would dent their impact, but you'd be very, very wrong. So very, very wrong. Those tracks, alongside many other fresher listens, are immense. And all because Calva Louise, led by the incomparable Jess Aleniak, create music with the most open of minds. Indefinable to some degree, yes. And the fun comes from exploring their soundscape. Look, honestly, the first few songs of this album should be enough for most to fall madly in love with this band. I really do think that. I don't think this album could have started in a better way than the trio of absolute bangers that is Tunnel Vision, WTF and Aimless. Like I said, you should be very familiar with these tracks already, and they are what kick things off. Anthemic metalcore filled with vitality, dramatic and cinematic deep melodies, glorious choruses, odd electronica, and a passion that turns every single moment into an electrifying experience. The latter of those three tracks is delightfully heavy too. It's all about variety though, and Lo Que Vale being sung in Spanish is a very cool idea, especially as it has some blistering bursts of metal combined with body-shaking melody. The keyboard, an integral part of the Calva Louise makeup, sounds great here, and I think it's fair to call this one of the more unique tracks the band has in its arsenal. It's also addictive too, and the duo of impeccable and barely a response don't change that. I love the former's fist-pumping electronica and spooky melody, whereas the latter creates likeable drama with energized alternative rock rhythm and a harmonized chorus. One of my personal favourite tracks in the album is The Abyss though, and all because of the synth. It is pure electronica, industrially tinged with a gloomy edge, and I think it sounds awesome. The versatility in the band continues to amaze, and that's before I even talk about El Umbral, Le Corrente and Under the Skin, all of which can be summarised as tracks that you can move and headbang to in equal measure. Calva Louise wrapping up this banging new album in eclectic and electrifying fashion. They really are so damn good. I really like this band, and weirdly my experience of them came from the live side of things before the record. I'd heard a song or two here and there, but I actually ended up catching them live a few years ago at a small venue in London, and I thought they were amazing there. I most recently caught them supporting Bloodywood on that huge tour at the beginning of this year. They were incredible there as well. So hearing this album full, particularly at that point, you know, understanding the singles and experience more of their music on a grander scale, I just think they keep growing and growing and getting better and better and better. And I really, really feel like this new album is the one that's really going to put them on the map. The singles have already done that. I'm not alone in this. Loads of people love Calva Louise, and even more will love them come the release of this album. It is Edge of the Abyss, July 11th, 2025 via Mascot Records. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.